All right, welcome back to the Keystone Hiker. As you can see, we're down here in front of the Appalachian Trail Museum here in Pine Grove Furnace State Park. We're gonna park here, and we're gonna head south and do the loop of Sunset Rock Loop along the AT. I think there's other trails involved with it. I'm not sure what they are. They might be bike trails or whatever, but we're gonna make a loop out of this. But I thought, what a better place to start the adventure here than at the museum. Unfortunately, it's not open right now, but we'll see what we need to see along the trail. So thank you again for joining me here on the Keystone Hiker, and let's get rocking and rolling. So right down from the AT Museum, and this is a very well-known spot for, hello, how are you?
Good morning.
For AT trekkers. Here they can have what they call the half-gallon challenge, where you sit down and try to eat a half-gallon of ice cream. I forget the time limit on it, but I came here when I was camping and watched it. It is a struggle. It's harder than what you think, but I've seen many people do it. But hey, you want to give it a shot, stop in here at the Pine Grove Furnace General Store and try it out. Very nice people. This place is loaded with history down here. There's iron furnaces down here. Right now there's a classroom of children down there, and I didn't want to interrupt them, but I have done a pole steeple here, and you know, you can look at the iron furnace on that. I did a piece on that. But this here is the postmaster's office. It'd be like the office for the ironworks, but it's been kept up. Really nice. Old buildings here. So, all right, I'm hungry for some trail. Let's get there. Okay, so after a short road walk, you'll come up, and on the right side, you'll turn on the Appalachian Trail. It's very well marked from the Pine Grove Furnace General Store. You just follow it out, and then you'll come and you'll finally get to dirt. All right, off we are. All right, so got on trail here. Was on for maybe a quarter mile so far. Hit some flat stuff, and just want to touch base on with you what I'm doing today and where I'm at. So we're down in Michaud State Forest. This is a beautiful place to come here. It's very majestic. Reminds me a lot of Lollipop State Forest up northeastern Pennsylvania. It's called the Sunset Rock Loop. We're going to come across probably Tom's Run Shelter, possibly the the old halfway point of the Appalachian Trail, which I'll explain to you when we get to that point, if we get to that point. Hopefully we do. That's my plan. But yeah, Michaux State Forest. I camped down in Pine Grove State Furnace multiple times, and it's a very clean and very nice park. And there's lots to do here. They have a swimming area. They have 2 lakes. I think at least 2 I know of. But yeah, very, very nice area to come in Pennsylvania too. Just south of Carlisle, Pennsylvania. But yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day. Looks like the sun's going to show for me. And this is the Appalachian Trail, although you don't see any rocks. I'm sure we'll get there. So thanks for coming along here. And always remember, at the end of my videos, I give the words of wisdom. And please, you know, if you like my stuff I'm putting out here or want to follow along, please subscribe. Share the channel to others. It's good family-oriented stuff here about the outdoors. But thank you for joining me here. Onward we go. Okay, I left out 2 important parts. This is going to be an 8-mile loop, kind of like a Lollipop loop, and it's just shy of 2,000 foot elevation. So if you remember my last video, the Castania Boulder Field, that was just over 2,000 foot. So back-to-back 2,000 footers here. Not that that's a lot, but it's enough. It's one thing on this trail, you'll see the ingenuity to prevent erosion and stuff. But the birds are very active already. One thing about this hike, the view is going to come fairly early. So here's where we're going to turn and go up to the Sunset Rock Trail. I think that's what we're going to be on also. So I'll keep you informed as we go. But as you're just follow the AT till you come to this. You can drive on it, and from that you'll be coming right over here. There's a parking lot over there. I forget the name of the road, but you can drive to this. It'll bring you to the base. You still got to put work in to get there. So there it tells you Sunset Rock Trail rejoins at 2.4 miles to the Appalachian Trail. I believe that's what it means. So let's go over here and check this out before we go up over. All right, let's head to Sunset Rock. We just turn from the bridge, and from the bridge, we're gonna go up the hill. Oh, here's the name of the road. Look at that. Old Shippensburg Road. All right, let's get it. So Sunset Rocks, I don't know if it's just this will be the blue or the whole Sunset Rock Trail. So we'll find out. See a lot of people today. Beautiful day. It's that time of year when the through hikers from the south and Georgia start hitting Pennsylvania. Springtime, you know, May, June, depending on when they start. All right, getting some foot to dirt here and get to this view. Okay, as you're heading up, always remember your trail markings. So that marking on the tree right over there is the bottom of the trail. The top is which side you go to. So it's telling you that you're going to go left. So you're going to go up right here and look to your left. You'll see another blue blaze. So you just keep climbing. This is a pretty good climb here. It's not very long, but it's a pretty good one if I remember. And in fact, I think when we do this Lollipop, we're actually coming across that bridge again. And that's where we're gonna we'll make the Lollipop, the stick of the Lollipop, if you understand that. But a beautiful day. Nice breeze, about 60s. Today it was 55 and I left the truck at 9:30. So I imagine 60s are in the forecast. Still going up. But you can see how, well, you never can on camera, how steep it gets here near the ending, or near the top. I said, this is a very beautiful state forest, Michaud. Lots of hemlocks, lots of pine. Just an all around beautiful area. All right, we made it to the top. We will be going, when you get to the top, we will be going right, but we're gonna go out to the view here. That's what it's known for. But there is some literature I want you to read, because I was thinking the same thing as I was trekking up over here. So let me show you that before we head out to the view. Epic rock formations, beautiful area. Let's check it out. Okay, here's the information I was talking about. And I also seen copperheads too up here already. So there's some information. Population on the south, due to documented continued decline of timber rattlesnake population in the South Mountain area, it is unlawful for a person to hunt, take, catch, or kill timber rattlesnakes west of Route 15 and south of 81 to the Maryland line. So for those of you that might be scared of that stuff, they're definitely, you'll probably, on a hot day, you're probably gonna see them. So just take note, let them go, and they'll let you go. So let's get out there and see that view. What do you say? There's some awesome scenery under here, because you got these big boulders underneath this pine with the sunlight sneaks through. You just take your time, watch where you put your hands and stuff like that. I don't know if I'll have any problems today with the snakes because it's still pretty cool, but once we get up here to the sunshine, we'll have to watch. But lots of areas for them to be at, so be warned, that's all. Be careful. But a beautiful area. And the leaves are on the tree now, it's green. The rest of the hike should be good too, so hang with me. Place is rocking today, huh? No pun intended. Let's sneak back that way a little bit, see what happens. Cool rock formations. Alrighty, we made it to the view of Sunset Rock. I was here for quite some time and ran into a fellow hiker. We bullshitted for a while. His name's Pedro. Nice to meet you, Pedro. Hope to see you again sometime. Let's get out here and check this out. Oh yeah, beautiful view of Pennsylvania here. Sunset Rock view. Remember I said about the pine trees and hemlocks? You can see them, especially over here to the left. Beautiful. Things to see, right? Here's another view. Beautiful. Pennsylvania, you can't beat this place, I'm telling you. Okay, we're back at the view sign, okay, where we came up over. So now we're gonna go straight. You'll see the sign that I read to you on the tree. There's a campfire pit. You're going to cross over and go straight that way. I mean, you don't have to, but this is how I'm going if you want to follow along. So it looks like the rocks continue. I think this is something that really draws your attention. Rocks like this. I don't know, for whatever reason. I was on Fred Woods Trail. That's an awesome one for rocks. Loyal Sock State Forest. That's all Tide Otten. Pretty much all of Pennsylvania. I think so far. I mean, there's where I live at are called the Boxcar or the High Rocks, but there's one in particular that I just did maybe last year or 2 years ago. Couldn't have been no more than that last year. I think it was last year in Ridgeway. It was called Umbrella Rock, where the umbrella, or the rock, one of the rocks looks like it's an umbrella. And it was eroded not by water alone, but by wind also. The rocks up in that area, it's pretty amazing. It wasn't from the Ice Age. So check that out. There's another one. But I better get going here. Stop blabbing. But man, it's beautiful. Look at these rocks. These are a different kind of rock. These are limestone, looks to me anyhow. If not, please tell me what they are and let everyone else know. This guy's right in the sun, shining like a son of a gun. I'm a poet and don't know it. Good stuff. All right, let me get some foot to dirt. Mosey along. Perfect spot for a break, right? You got your couch here. Just kick back. Mother Nature provides once again. On a smaller view here on the way out through on Sunset Rock Trail. I'll tell you what, this is an awesome trail. Really is. The weaving and the climbing and stuff like that takes your mind off how far you have to go. Not far, but I'm just saying, time goes by. You're just enjoying yourself. Make time for yourself, man. Awesome part of the trail out of the rocks. Excuse me. Walking along this ridge here, you get this sort of view every once in a while through the trees. Very pleasant trail, even though it was rocky, and the birds are amazing. Let's just check this out. I think we turned there, yeah, but we'll just check this area out here. Not much, I guess. You can still see the pine. Boy, there's a lot of pine forest in through here. All right, so I think here's where we hook on to what is called Michaud Road. And we have a little bit of a road walk. Now at this junction of the video and trail here, I have to say that just stay on the trail because some of these trails go by camps. And this here is actually a driveway to a camp. So respect their property and walk through and mosey on. But yeah, we're gonna be a little road walk here for a little bit. And then I think we're gonna, well, we'll turn right here. And once we turn off of Michaud, I think we'll turn left. But we'll see here. But you can see over there's a blaze, so we're covered. Okay, just a really short road walk, and you'll see these signs and the blazes on the right hand side pointing across. So that's why we're going to turn off of Michaud Road and turn left back onto the blue blazes. The blue blazes stay along the road, so you'll be able to just follow the blazes. Alrighty. I think the next one we hook on to, I think, might be the AT again. I think, I'm not sure. But anyhow, we're gonna find out, right? Oh, we gotten into the ferns now. Yeah, all right. More color. Lots more color. Beautiful. All right. Let's rock and roll. Still in the sunset, or the sunset rock trail. But the ferns are popping. Well, it was right about being a bicycle or a mountain bike trail because one just passed me. So, and again, I said this before when I was in the Allegheny National Forest that for me, I get off the trail for those guys because I know a lot more hiking trails around than mountain biking trails. So, hey, let them enjoy it. But yeah, look at these ferns. These ferns are up to my waist already. Look at this side here. Fern City. Alrighty, just moseying along here on the Sunset Rock Trail. It reminds you a lot of the Appalachian Trail. The rocks and... But yeah. Very nice trail though, you know, as far as scenery. I think most of the elevation was getting up to Sunset Rock View there. But I could be wrong. But I don't think I am. Which is, you know, it's good to know that. You know, the views at the beginning of the hike, but yet you have all this afterwards. Beautiful forest. Nice, you know, fairly easy hiking so far here on this trail. We should soon be getting up to Tom's Run crossing. So there's not that many water crossings so far, as far as right now. Alrighty, I should soon be meeting up with the AT. Okay, so when you'll run into the trail that's in front of me, that's the Appalachian Trail. And you'll just turn right here, the sign says. That's the way we just came from. So when you come to the end of this and see that sign, you're gonna come out and you're gonna make a right. You'll hear water as Tom's Run is right over there. Let's check it out. All right, here's the refreshing sound of Tom's Run. See the bridge? Good water spot. There's some people up here sitting, enjoying the sun. Look at that. Good stuff right there. Always carry a filter. Okay, so right over from Tom's Run to bridge is Tom's Run shelter along the AT. And this is one of the classiest ones I've seen. It's awesome. Like, this is like a, I don't know. You come here, look at all they have lounge chairs, or what do they call, Adirondack chairs. There's a fireplace. There's a fireplace up there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there's A-frames. 2 of them I've seen. So you could pitch, and all around this area is camping. So I'll just take you for a walk up through here and check this out. They have camping pad just like a state park. But they always say the trail family, it does exist. I mean, some of these people hike different speeds, but always at the end of the day, they meet up the same place and hang out and you know, get to know each other probably for 6 months. Maybe not that long, but some do. Yeah, there's camping all around here. This is just the lower half. Big picnic table. You have this area here. The two people I've seen are up there sunning in the sun. Talk with them just a tad. But hammocks, hangs, man. Yeah, now you're thinking. And then you have the shelter up here, which is it's a small, on the smaller side, but when you have all this out here, what the heck? There you have another area to hang out in. Frisbee over there. That's what I was thinking. It's open enough that you could do that. And here's another one of those A-frames. Awesome stuff. Tom's Run Shelter. Let's get some water. Drink on mine again. When you're getting water from the extreme, try to get it in the moving part. There you have it. Good filtered water, ready to drink. Alrighty, we have reached what used to be the halfway point of the Appalachian Trail. But there has been many changes to the trail, so the mile or the halfway point has changed. But yeah, this used to be it. 1,090.5 miles to Springer Mountain and 1,090.5 miles to Mount Katahdin. This is not far from Tom's Run Shelter. Pretty good stuff. The book's full. It stopped at 2025. And I guess you put rocks there, I guess, whatever. But yeah. And just past this, it's beginning of May, and this is already blooming. I think this area here might have been hit by storm damage. I mean, there's a lot of trees down, but the ferns are really popping. Again. All right, we came back out to Michaud Road. We cross over and keep going straight. Can't mess that up. It's right across the street. And you keep trekking on the AT here with the white blazes. And it should bring us out to the bridge here at Tom's Run before we went up to Sunset Rocks. So at least that's what I'm thinking. But the birds are non-stop, all kinds. I got cardinals now. And it's been a laid-back day. I spend a lot of time at a lot of different places. There are a lot, but still trekking along here now back on the AT. Words of wisdom coming up. Just checking back in here, but I'll tell you, I know I said I liked Sunset Rock Trail, but I also like this. They're different, but this one is like a single track. You can see that, and it has like, now that it's springtime with all this stuff around it, it feels like you're walking through a jungle. I mean, some of this is, I know it's evasive, it takes over, I don't know what it's called, but hiking in Loyalsock, I always said, no, you wouldn't be surprised if an Indian would pop out, how majestic it is up there. But here, walking through this makes me wonder, am I going to see a gorilla jump out of the... I mean, it's so lush and green, but that's Michaud. And this ain't hard at all, this hike, just over there at Sunset Rocks. Look at this, this is awesome. Okay, we made it down to another road, Bunker Hill Road, I believe this is. We came from up there, and Halfway Spring is 50 yards that way, but we're gonna keep going because I think what I expect or suspected with being Tom's Run, I think that is right down here. So we're gonna go down here and check that out. But I wanted to make sure you know this, that not to go that way. You're gonna go straight down the road from the path. Obviously, there's a sign obviously there, so, and there's a blaze right here on this big tree. So follow the blazes. But I think I hear water anyhow, unless it gotta be. All right, we almost made it back to Tom's Run. What a beautiful day here, Pennsylvania woods, Michaud State Forest. And voila, brings you right back to the bridge here before you go up to Sunset Rocks. Awesome, nice little loop. This is a Lollipop because we just did a loop, and now we go back the same way we came in from Pine Grove Furnace. So that'd be the stick. But I'm gonna sit down here and get some more water in me, and I think I have a pack of crackers I can even eat yet. but that's what I'm gonna do. Words of wisdom coming up. All right, we reached the end of the hike here at Tom's Run. Beautiful little creek to follow down as you're ending the loop. What a great day we had. Came down from Pine Grove Furnace, stopped there at the museum. It was closed, but you can stop in there and try yourself. There's hours on the door there. There's different days and stuff like that, times of year. You've seen the master's house there where that was their office building. But you know, back then everything was simpler. But so you leave there and you come out here. You just follow the AT till you hit the Sunset Rock Trail. Up you go, follow that out to the AT again. Very easy loop. As far as that navigation goes, it's technical because of the rocks. You just got to take your time and be careful of that. But both, you know, Sunset Rock Trail and Appalachian Trail was on point. Awesome. What a great day we had. I don't know if this is going to make it out in time or it might be a little after, but I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, especially mine. Love you, Mom. But I'm going to give you the words of wisdom. I hope to help somebody like always. But only you can change your story. Think about those words. They're very simple. But if you're serious about changing your life, you gotta do it. Nobody else is gonna. But those are the words of wisdom. And like I always say, get off your seat and move your feet. Take a look at Tom's Run. Very nice creek.